Stop everything you're doing. This isn't just another headline, this is history in motion. Kendrick Lamar, one of the highest paid rappers alive and fresh off the most successful hip-hop tour of the decade, just did the unthinkable. In a move no one saw coming, Kendrick reportedly gave up the entire profits from one leg of his grand national tour and transferred them directly to the godfather of lyrical rap himself, Rake. Yes, you heard that right. The legend, the pioneer, the man whose rhymes helped shape an entire generation. And this wasn't charity. It wasn't a promo stunt. It wasn't a tax write-off. This was Kendrick's silent salute to the man who laid the blueprint, and he did it without a press release, without a tweet, without saying a word. But trust, the second this news leaked, the hip-hop world lost its mind. J. Cole allegedly texted, "Bro, you serious, Drake?" Jay-Z reportedly called Rake directly and said, "That's the realest move I've ever seen." So what does this mean for hip-hop royalty? Why now? Why Paris? And what secret message did Kendrick leave behind during that final performance? Let's rewind. Before Kendrick was selling out arenas across Europe, before he had Grammys, Pulitzers, and record-shattering verses, before Not Like Us flipped the culture and silenced a generation of clout rappers, there was Rake. The name that shook microphones before streaming even existed. The man whose breath control and rhyme structure changed rap forever. The reason Kendrick and so many others ever picked up a pen in the first place. And Kendrick, he never forgot. While today's chart toppers chase views and brand deals, Kendrick has been quietly orchestrating something deeper, something bigger than numbers. A move not about money, but about legacy, and now the receipts are surfacing, wire transfers are leaking. Sources inside Top Dog Entertainment confirm Kendrick gave it up. The entire Paris run, grossing over $820 million, gone, given to Rake. Kendrick reportedly called it a gesture, not a sacrifice. He said, "I'm just paying back what the game owes." Are you hearing this? One of the greatest artists of our time, in his prime, just handed over a fortune to another legend and didn't post about it, didn't go live, didn't tell a single blog. He just did it, and now the hip-hop world is in total shock. But why Paris? Why Rake? Why now? Let's break it down. Insiders say the decision came after Kendrick's emotional Paris performance the night he freestyled for nearly 10 minutes, then walked off stage without a word. Fans thought it was just artistic mystery. But it was planned. He ended the show early to catch a private flight to New York to meet Rake face-to-face. A source claims Kendrick delivered 2 briefcases and a handwritten letter that read, "You don't know what you did for me, but I do." No cameras, no clout, just a sacred exchange between two titans. And now that the story is out, fans, artists, OGs, and legends are all scrambling to understand what just happened. It all began with a cryptic Instagram story from producer Terrace Martin, a longtime Kendrick collaborator. The post showed a blurry photo of Kendrick backstage in Paris, hands on his head, pacing. The caption, "He's about to do something insane for the culture." At the time, no one knew what it meant. Some thought it was a surprise album. Others guessed a collab with Andre. One wild rumor even said Kendrick was leaving rap for good. But now it all makes sense. That something insane wasn't about dropping bars. It was about passing the torch and giving flowers while they still mattered. And Rake, he's no stranger to silence. He hasn't spoken publicly yet, but sources close to him say he was moved to tears when Kendrick walked into that room. A legend honors a legend. Let's be clear, Rake never asked for this. He's not out here begging for recognition. He's not ranting on podcasts or chasing clout. But that's exactly why Kendrick did it. Because real ones recognize real ones. And Kendrick knows, there is no DAMN without Paid in Full. There is no To Pimp a Butterfly without Eric B. and Reich. There is no Pulitzer for rap without the penmanship Rake birthed. This wasn't about going viral. This was about closing the loop. It's like Kendrick saw the full arc of hip-hop in one moment, said a close engineer, and instead of chasing the next bag, he decided to honor the past. That takes guts. That takes vision. Fans left shaken. No one's done this before. The moment this story hit social media, the fan reactions were wild. At Real Hip Hop Dude 87 tweeted, "Kendrick didn't just make history, he redefined what hip-hop looks like when it grows up." At Barseverfollowers posted, "You mean to tell me Kendrick skipped a flex and gave millions to Rake? That's some next-level god-tier stuff." Even on TikTok, the younger generation got hit with the feels. One teen user made a compilation titled, "When Your Fave Is Actually a Real One," with a clip of Kendrick's Paris show fading into old Rake videos and ended with a caption that read, "This is what loyalty to the culture looks like." And yet, the story is still unfolding. Because rumors are now spreading that this wasn't a one-time thing. There's talk that Kendrick's next project might be executive produced by Rake. Some even claim Rake recorded vocals for a secret interlude on Kendrick's upcoming untitled album. Could it be true? We'll find out soon. But one thing's for certain. Hip-hop just witnessed something it's never seen before. Not a diss, not a collab, not a beef, but a gesture so real, so raw, and so unexpected, that the game may never be the same. You ready for this? Because while the fans were celebrating Kendrick's silent salute to Rake, everyone was clapping. In fact, some of the biggest names in the game were left absolutely stunned. And not in a good way. Just 24 hours after the transfer leaked, a private group chat between major hip-hop execs surfaced online, and what it revealed, this wasn't unity, this was war, the industry divided. He made us look small. Inside the leaked thread allegedly involving reps from Atlantic, Republic, and even Def Jam, someone wrote, "Kendrick just threw a grenade into the machine. If other artists start doing this, we're done." Another added, "Rake, really great guy, but giving away millions. Kendrick just made everyone else look selfish, AF." One senior exec went further, allegedly posting, "This wasn't a tribute. This was a shot at the whole industry. Watch what happens next." That one message, screenshotted, posted, viral, and instantly, fans started asking, was Kendrick trying to expose something deeper? Was this move a silent protest? He's calling out the game without saying a word. You know what's wild? Kendrick didn't say anything. No live stream, no post, no press release, but somehow, everyone got the message. And it wasn't just about honoring Rake. This was about the broken system of commercial rap. This was about streaming platforms choking the legacy. This was about new artists not knowing their history, and gatekeepers milking every drop from the culture without giving back. According to TDE insiders, Kendrick has been fed up for months. After finishing his grand national tour, he sat down with his core team and said, "This game forgot its fathers. If I keep eating without feeding the ones who planted the seeds, I'm no different than them." One insider claimed Kendrick asked for all of the profits from his Paris leg, not just his personal cut, but tour merch, streaming bonuses, even VIP upsells to be rerouted anonymously. TDE was hesitant, but Kendrick reportedly said, "Then I'll go independent. This is bigger than me. The meeting with Rake, I owe you more than money." Sources close to Rake's circle said Kendrick didn't just wire money. He flew to Long Island, Rake's hometown, unannounced. He reportedly brought 2 briefcases, a single security guard, and no manager. He showed up at Rake's recording space, knocked once, and when the door opened, Kendrick knelt, not figuratively, literally. A stunned Rake allegedly laughed and said, "Man, what are you doing?" To which Kendrick replied, "What you did for me, for all of us, can't be priced, but this, this is my first attempt." Inside one briefcase was a check, rumored to be $8.2 million. Inside the other, a handwritten 16-page letter chronicling how Rake's music saved him. He wrote, "Every line you spit was armor. I walked through Compton in your cadence. I rapped your bars to calm myself before battles. When the radio forgot, you didn't. This is me remembering." Rake was speechless. Speechless. The first twist. Drake was never going to do this. And that's when things got messy. Shortly after the leaks went public, mysterious burner account on Twitter @ Champagne Lee KZ posted, "Imagine trying to stay relevant by giving money away. That's not real power, that's a guilt trip." The post got 4-5K likes in under 2 hours. But what made it explode? The replies. Because one verified producer rumored to work with Obier retweeted it with this bombshell. Drake had the chance to collab with Rake in 2016. Said he didn't want old school energy on his rollout. Facts. Fans went crazy. Kendrick stans versus Drake fans. OG heads versus Gen Z memes. Flooded the timeline. Kendrick gave the bag. Drake gave a shrug. This is why Kendrick's the GOAT. He remembers where he came from. Imagine selling out stadiums and still saying thank you to the architect. That's deeper than rap. J. Cole breaks his silence. We watched in a monument. Late that night, J. Cole posted a black and white photo of Rake on his Instagram story. Just one word under it: respect, no tag, no caption, no explanation. But fans knew J. Cole was making his side clear, and soon after, rumors emerged that Cole was planning his OWN gesture for NASA's personal lyrical idol. A fake insider tweet even joked, if Cole buys NASA's mansion, the internet might shut down. But the energy was real. Kendrick's move wasn't just a donation, it was a challenge. A silent dare to every artist at the top. What are you doing for the ones who came before you? The music industry panics. Is this a trend? Meanwhile, over at the top label's freakout mode, a leaked Slack message from one tour promoter allegedly said, if Kendrick's move starts a trend, we're going to have to restructure contracts. Artists will start demanding legacy clauses. Another exec added, fans love this. That's the problem. We're supposed to be selling aspirational fantasy, not integrity. Wow. Just ... Wow. They were worried, not because of the money, but because Kendrick had just reminded the world that realness still sells. That humility hits harder than flashy chains. That sometimes, a handwritten letter means more than a platinum plaque. But even as the dust was settling, another twist was coming. Because just when fans thought they had the full story, a new video surfaced. A video that could change everything, and revealed that Kendrick's tribute to Rake might have been years in the making. And might also be the first step in a much bigger plan. It started with a leak, but it's turning into a revolution because what fans just discovered in a leaked backstage video from Kendrick's Grand National Tour is flipping the entire narrative on its head. What we all thought was a one-time tribute might have been a carefully planned movement. Years in the making. The footage that shook the timeline. It began when a TikTok user named @RealTourMoments posted a blurry 17-second video titled, "Is this Kendrick talking about Rake back in Berlin?" The clip was dark, grainy, and obviously not meant for public release, but when the audio was enhanced, fans lost their minds. In the footage, Kendrick is seen standing backstage, pacing, holding a notebook. A stagehand asks, "You good?" Kendrick responds, "I'm not trying to just do a tour tie, I'm trying to rewrite the whole script. This ain't about me anymore. The originators need to eat. They need the light." You could hear the weight in his voice. This wasn't a casual thought. This was a mission, and now fans are digging deep. They're rewatching interviews, decoding lyrics, and analyzing old tweets. And what they're finding, it's clear Kendrick's tribute to Rake wasn't spontaneous. It's been building quietly, relentlessly. The breadcrumbs have been there for years. 2015, during the Grammy red carpet, Kendrick was asked, "Who's your GOAT?" Without hesitation, he said Rake. No question. He gave us the map. 2018, in an interview with GQ, Kendrick wore a vintage Eric B. and Rake tee. When asked why, he said, "Because y'all forgot, but I didn't." 2021 on Clubhouse, a leaked audio surfaced of Kendrick saying, "When I win, Rake wins. That's how it's supposed to be," but we never connected the dots. Now the picture is clear. Kendrick's been signaling this for nearly a decade, and the Paris payout was just the start, a new movement, K.'s legacy project. Multiple unverified insiders are now claiming Kendrick's tribute isn't a one-off, but the first step in something way bigger. They're calling it the Legacy Project. According to whispers, Kendrick is developing a documentary series about the architects of hip-hop, narrated by legends, and funded from his own pocket. He's launching a trust fund to financially support elder MCs who never got their flowers. And most shockingly, Kendrick is reportedly planning a legacy label that gives ownership back to golden era rappers. Yes, you heard that right, a label where Rake, KRS-One, MC Lyte, Kool G Rap, and others have full creative and financial control and mentor the next generation of MCs. An insider at TDE says, "This ain't just about money. This is about restoration." Kendrick's tired of watching legends fade away while new artists eat off their style. Social media erupts. "This is our hip-hop Avengers." The moment these rumors hit Twitter, it was over. At hip-hop historian NYC tweeted, "Kendrick, honoring Rake is the first domino. He's assembling the gods now." At Burgazone posted, "We finally got a rapper that ain't chasing charts. He's chasing culture." Even Nas jumped in, tweeting a cryptic message, "Respect the ones who wrote in ink while y'all still scribbling in pencil." Fans are calling it the realest gesture since Nipsey's victory lap, a cultural reset. The moment hip-hop grew up, and the hashtag legacy over luxury has already hit 12 meters. Views on TikTok, but then the game changed again. Just when fans thought they had heard it all, a new voice note leaked. Allegedly from a recent session at TDE Studios, Kendrick can be heard speaking to a small group of collaborators. His tone, dead serious. "The industry gonna fight this. They gonna call it fake, or try to flip it. But I ain't here to prove nothing. I'm here to remind them who started this and remind the young ones how to finish it." Then there's a pause. And you hear him say, "Rake's verse, it's in." Wait, hold on. What verse? That's when the fandom lost its mind. Because if this is true, and Kendrick got Rake back in the booth, then we might be standing on the edge of something no one thought possible. A Kendrick times Rake collaboration. One that's been kept secret for years. One that could be part of an upcoming surprise drop that honors the culture's roots, while torching the industry's lies. The shocking twist. A hidden track from 2017. Get ready for your mind to be blown. A Reddit user uncovered a track titled Heaven's Echo, unreleased version from an old private SoundCloud link tied to a mysterious account. The voice, Kendrick's. But halfway through the track, a deeper, smoother voice enters, and it sounds exactly like Rake. From the golden era to the wireless stage. "I ghostwrite the culture from the shadows of the page. They forgot me. So he remembered, my legacy forever rendered." People are now scrambling to confirm if this is real. Some audio engineers swear the tone, cadence, and vocal grain match Rake's 1995 vocal recordings. If true, Kendrick's been sitting on this joint track for over 7 years, waiting, planning, building the moment. So now we gotta ask, is this just the beginning? Because if Kendrick is truly rolling out a Rake-led comeback, a legacy label, and an entire movement to reshape the cultural balance of hip-hop, then this ain't just a tribute, it's a revolution. And the industry better be ready. Because Kendrick just cracked the code, And the floodgates are open.